What makes a leader? Is it confidence, a desire for power, or can it be someone who is afraid, full of excuses, and doesn't want the job at all? This is the story of one of history's most unlikely leaders: a prince, a fugitive, a shepherd, and a man who argued with God. This is the story of Moses. Moses was born into a crisis. The Pharaoh of Egypt, fearing the growing number of Hebrew people, had ordered all their newborn sons to be killed. His mother, Jocheb, desperate to save him, placed him in a basket and set him adrift in the Nile River. By a twist of fate, he was discovered and adopted by Pharaoh's own daughter. His early life was a split screen, raised as an Egyptian prince in Pharaoh's palace, yet in his heart, he never forgot he was a Hebrew. This conflict would define his life. One day, as a young man, he saw an Egyptian mercilessly beating one of his people. In a moment of rage and justice, Moses took a fateful step. He killed the Egyptian, but when his secret was exposed, the prince became a fugitive, fleeing to the vast, empty desert of Midian. Years passed. The prince was now a shepherd. A life of quiet solitude, but destiny hadn't forgotten him. One day he saw a miraculous sight. Bush that burned with fire but was not consumed. And from it, a voice spoke. It was the God of his ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. The voice gave him an impossible mission. I am sending you to Pharaoh to bring my people out of Egypt. But Moses didn't jump at the chance. He argued. He made excuses. First, he said, "Who am I to go?" He felt completely unqualified, just a simple shepherd. Then he worried, what if they don't believe me? He feared being rejected and criticized by the very people he was sent to save. He even claimed, I am not eloquent. I am slow of speech. He felt totally inadequate. Like he didn't have the skills for the job. Finally, defeated, he just pleaded, please send someone else. His fears are the same reasons many of us give today for avoiding leadership. But God's response wasn't to replace him, it was to equip him. He promised, I will be with you. And he gave Moses a partner, his eloquent brother, Aaron. Armed with nothing but faith and a staff, Moses returned to Egypt. He and Aaron stood before the arrogant Pharaoh and delivered God's command, let my people go. Pharaoh's answer, who is the Lord, that I should obey him? This defiance unleashed a series of catastrophes known as the 10 plagues. First, the Nile River, the lifeblood of Egypt, turned to blood. Then came swarms of frogs, gnats, and flies. A terrible disease killed their livestock. Painful boils broke out on people's skin. Destructive hail and swarms of locusts destroyed their crops. Then, the land was plunged into an unnatural, thick darkness so profound you could feel it. Each plague was a direct challenge to an Egyptian god, demonstrating the power of the God of Israel. Yet Pharaoh's heart remained hard. The final plague was the most severe. To be spared, the Israelites had to perform a specific act of faith, marking their doors with the blood of a lamb. This was the first Passover. That night, an angel passed through Egypt, and the firstborn in every unprotected home died, from the lowest servant to Pharaoh's own son. This wasn't just about freedom, it was about creating a community bound by obedience and trust. Overcome with grief, Pharaoh finally broke. He summoned Moses and told him to take his people and leave. In the early morning light, a massive crowd of Hebrews streamed out of Egypt, their years of slavery finally over. At their head was Moses, the reluctant shepherd, now the leader of a nation. Moses didn't start as a perfect leader. He was fearful, reluctant, and full of doubts. Just like us. His story shows that leadership isn't about being perfect or powerful. It's often a journey that starts with a single, scared yes. It's about having a mission bigger than yourself, trusting in help when it's offered, and persevering against impossible odds. What's a challenge you feel called to face? And which of Moses' excuses do you relate to the most? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories of history's greatest leaders.